Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the great Edward Jr. Reid.
Oh, over that, please.
Let's go, Junior.
Over
All
that.
right. See,
That's
see,
great.
bigger,
That's
a
great.
clap there.
That's good.
All right, take it away,
That's
Maestro.
good. Yes, good. It's good to be here again. As I said, um, I can give a little history on my musical journey. Um, how I started was in church, of course, and I'm proud of it. Still in church, you know. Um, as a youngster, you always sit at the front of the church and watching the drummers. You know, get enticed and start, following some drum patterns, And if I even play one verse of a song, I'll sweat out the entire day. And then I'd usually spend holidays with my grandma in Senti. And of course, I got a chance to showcase what I've learned. And I realized that I had a touch for bass as well. And every time I come to St. Elizabeth with Prospect, for those who know gutters turning, I would, of course, be happy to share what I've learned. And all through that period, in terms of um, maybe maybe 8, 9, somewhere there, I've been exploring. But I realized I heard some songs, right? And the way I hear the chords being played, Brother Chris, and to those who are doing, I'm telling you, I've never heard them play that way before, and it drew my attention. It grabbed my attention, right? And of course, I said one day I must learn how to play. All through my high school years, um, for those who know, sometimes it was sometimes in my life with the one finger. Okay. Um, so it is afterwards, it's after I left high school, basically, I started learning about C chord. That's the first chord I guess most of us learned, right? Foundation chord. And it was at church, Maxwell Slowly was one of those who mentored the process. My father realized that I was playing a little chord thing, so he sent me to learn notes. And after that, it developed and grew, and it turned out that about 2 months afterwards, I was actually playing for the teacher in a band. The group called Offering from Christiana, for those who know. But I'm from Christiana. Good. Um, I realized that there's something more to music. And before I even learned to play keyboard, Chris, there's well, I'm up in age, So if you know the concert hour on Love, is it Love 101? Some long time ago, every 7 o'clock, I would sit and listen to those classical pianists doing their marvelous work. And I said one day, then I heard songs, unusual songs with different chords, and I didn't hear them play anywhere else. And that was then I decided, yes, these are the songs I will learn. Songs that are not, I would say they're not complicated, but you hardly find bands and singers doing these songs because it felt as if they wanted to do easier songs. So I decided to listen more complicated songs, so to speak. Right? Um, and of course, melody, harmony, of course, those two important elements, musical elements. I started um, dissecting and putting one and two together. And for a particular key, well, most of us when we started, challenging keys as like B, A, E, and so forth. Those are challenging keys. But I decided to learn. When I started working for my father in Christiana, that's Cars Electronics. It was on Murphy's Plaza, I think that supermarket is there. No, I would leave from work in the evenings, go home, grab something to eat, and I would go on the PSR 3. It's a 4-octave keyboard, right? And I would go through the scale, each of the scale. But I would use my ears though to hear each note, and I'm saying, all right, let me do it this way again. And every time I go home, that's what I would do, practice until 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I don't go to sleep. I go to work, what I do as well, bring the PSR 3, the PSR 1 or 3, one of them, and take it to work. And when I get a little chance, I do a little practice as well. Go home and do the same thing until it developed. I realized that I was not transposing. And then I told myself, a piano can't transpose, so I will not learn any transposition. It's very dangerous. It's like people taking drugs and they can't come off of drugs. I don't know what feels. It doesn't feel natural when you transpose. I don't know if any transposes are here, but it does not feel natural. Okay. Um. Yes. So what happened after is uh, one night I went to sleep and I dreamt that I was playing the piano. You know, when you're watching a movie and the piano is and that overhead light there, and someone is singing and actually playing. But when I woke up, I realized I was playing in B, and I went on the keyboard and researched the keys for B and do the scales and all these things. So it was a journey, Chris. And when I started playing, some people asked me how long I'm playing for. I say, well, 2 years, 3 years, and it's like they're impressed. I'm saying, why are they impressed? Um, that was about 2000, well, 98, 99, somewhere there. And my passion grew for keyboard. So I kind of diverted from the drums and the bass and fell in love with the keyboard. I'm not saying it's my first love, but I'm very passionate about keyboard. Um, so tonight I've decided to share a particular song. Michael Jackson composed it. Let me see now. Is this okay? Sorry. Um, it's in A flat. All right. What I will do is just to play a little track that I created, and I'll break down the chords as such. Okay. It goes to the F minor and then it goes to the B flat major. So the
Yes.
first note is in A, second one is in A flat. All right, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So I'll give you in degrees for those who know. So 4 minor, 5 minor. There's a walk up from the sharp 5 now, which is E, sharp 5. So we have E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Right? So like the song changes altogether right here. So we have a section called that is A, from E to A, right? And that we're E major. So when this song starts again, it's actually another A, it's an A chord again, but it's different. So it's like we have an A on the left hand side and we have a B major on the right hand, right? And of course, we go back to the A flat. No, you know, A flat is a regular A flat chord. 1, 3, 5, 40 degrees, A flat, C, and E flat. Okay. So I added like a major 7, which would be the G, could be on the right hand, the top notes are the G below the G sharp, I would say A flat. All right. To kind of give it a fat a sound, fatter sound. Um, take it back again to the A bass, which is a B chord on the right, A on the left, and back to the A flat. Now the next chord is a F minor, but I've added a G on it to give it a F minor 9. For those who know the degrees, F minor 9. So the B flat now. This chord, of course, we can hear B flat on the left hand. The right hand is playing a C major. So the left hand plays a B flat and A flat, right? Now we move to the 4 minor, but I added 4 minor 9, which is C sharp. Can I say C sharp or D flat? Yes. Theoretically, we say D flat minor 9. All right, to go to E flat minor, you can add the E flat minor 9 as well. Then it changes to E, like an E major 7, and it runs from the E major 7 to the A. But I've added chords, like major chords. So A, E major 7, F sharp minor 7, G sharp minor 7, and the A major 7. So the song is in A flat, good. So we start with the left hand playing here. So bass here, right hand here. Okay. Back to the A flat, to the A flat, right hand here. A chord, A bass to a B flat, to a B, sorry. Back to a A flat, and then we move to the G, F minor, so F bass. Chords are related to Brother Chris. I'm gonna say chords are related. So when I play a G sharp, I can play a G sharp here. But when I play the F here, it gives a F minor 7. All right, I can spell it out. F minor 7. So F minor 7 is F, A flat, C, E flat. That's F minor 7. Usually, if a bass is playing with you, you don't have to play the F. Okay, he can play the F while you play the G sharp or A flat major. Okay. Yeah. Then I move to the B flat. No, interesting chord, B flat, and we have a C here. Okay, B flat C, yes. And the next chord would be a D flat here. So as I told you earlier, chords are related. So I have C sharp on the bass here, and I can play an E chord right here. So by itself, it's as an E. It's an E, right? When I play this C sharp on D flat, and I play the E here, it gives a E D flat minor 7. So I can spell it out D flat, or let me say C sharp, C D E, C sharp, E, G sharp, and B. Okay, so bass play C sharp. I can play the E here. I can extend the E as well, like a major 7. Right, so E major 7, the regular, is gonna sound just as it is. But if I add the bass to it, I have a C sharp bass and I have an E major 7 here. I can even extend it if I want. Right? So we have E major 7. I can add a major 9 here. So C sharp is here, and I can add, right? That's same approach to E flat with E flat. So I'm playing E flat bass here, and I do the same thing. So I can play F sharp. So the thing about it is that we have relative minor, relative major. Okay, so a minor. So I'm gonna break it down for you first. A minor third. Let's start with G sharp. So G sharp major. Okay, a minor third. Right. Half step, half step, half step. 3 half steps down is a minor. Right. 3 half steps down is a relative minor to the G sharp. Right. It's in the same scale. So G sharp, A, B, C sharp, B, E. Sorry, G sharp, A sharp. I mean, let me use flats instead. A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat. Right? So it's a minor third down, which is a relative minor to the G sharp. So it's the same approach. On the 4, well, the E chord, you do the same thing. Half steps down, 3 half steps, half step, half step, half step, and you get your minor, relative minor to the E. Okay, so E is major, C sharp, this is relative minor, right? I will extend it as I did earlier. We have now E flat, okay? So my right hand will play the F sharp, of course, so we treat that as F sharp, and 3 half steps down, half, 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 right? Closest notes, half, half, half. So this is relative minor to F sharp, okay? So I play a major chord here, and I can play the E flat here, okay? E flats, and as I said, I can extend the chord. This is a major, regular major, F sharp major. I add a F sharp major 7. You can add a major 9, okay? Now the major 9, this is the same thing as the 2. I don't know if anybody agrees, but the same thing here, right? So instead of extending it, you can add it here, okay? And usually I'd use a thumb to play 2 notes. If you're able to play 3 notes, who knows, maybe 2 notes, okay? You can extend it, and it gives that a prettier sound. It depends on the feel as well, okay? So the E flat here, then the E now is a major. This time the E is a major chord. So I'm walking up from E now, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, right? So E, I'll play E flat major 7. Okay. Now E flat major 7. This is not this no E flat major 7. Sorry, this is an E chord. The major 7 is the semitone lower than the root note. So E is the root note, and there's a semitone lower note that gives you that major 7. Okay, so I can have the E chord. I can play the major 7 this way, right? Usually, when a bass player plays, he will play, of course, the root note. So we can omit the E and play the major 7 note instead. Okay, all right, good. So there's a walk up from the E, F sharp, G sharp, A, right? So usually I can use 2 notes, right? 2, 2, 2, 2, right? First chord here is E, but I add a major 7 to it. As we know, chords are related. I would have to break it down some more for you, especially inversions as well. Okay, so this is an E chord. This is a major 7 as well. Remember, E is a root note, so we lower the note a semitone and add the E here. You can play it like this. So this is a G sharp minor. Okay, this is a G sharp minor, and I play a regular E note here, right? And we get an E major 7. Okay. Second chord is F sharp minor 7. Okay. Now major 7 and minor 7. How do we get a minor 7? There are 2 semitones lower than the root note. So let us say, for instance, F sharp. Right? I'm playing F sharp, regular F sharp chord. This is my root note. F sharp, we have F. That's a semitone that would give you the major 7, right? And we have we want to lower semitone one more time. So semitone, root note, this gives you a major 7 chord. This gives you a dominant 7. But instead, this time, we're using a minor. Okay? F sharp is the minor, and we still approach it a semitone lower and another semitone lower, 2 semitones lower. This chord is an A chord. Okay, this chord is second inversion. So we have inversions, root position, first inversion, second inversion. So this is an A chord, right? This is root position. Now let's do some inversions here. Root position, okay. A major chord. 2, this is root position. First inversion now, what you do is remove this A. You're going to replace it with the A above. This is first inversion. It's still A. Okay? Still A. That's the first inversion. Now the second inversion, you make the same approach. This is the so when you change from the A here and you keep these 2 here, C sharp and E, okay? Then we add the A up here. Okay? Make the same approach. What we'll do too is remove or exchange the C sharp with the C sharp above. It's called an octave. So C sharp here. So remove it and add the C sharp up here. Okay. Right. And that's your A. So that's the A I played down here. Okay. Chords are related. Now this chord I played with the F sharp. Okay. And I'll do the same thing with the G sharp chord. Right? G sharp. So it's like I'm playing a G sharp minor. And to get the minor 7, I lowered 2 semitones, 1, 2, 2 half steps, right? and this automatically gives you a second inversion, depends on where you hold it. Second inversion, B chord. This is a B, right? This is root position. Okay, root position, move this beat here to the B up here, and we, of course, that's root first inversion B. Okay, make the same approach. This is C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, B. Same approach. We take it another octave above. Octave meaning 8 notes. So if you talk about octopus, octagon, those are 8. It means 8. Okay. So from C to C is an octave. D to D is an octave. D sharp to D sharp is an octave. Okay. And we have one octave. We have 2 octaves. So from D sharp here, 1, 2. So the distance, of course, says 2 octaves. Let me just raise it somewhere. Good. Right. So back to the B chord, first inversion. We exchange this D sharp and replace it an octave higher. And this is your second inversion. First inversion, second inversion. This was my second inversion B. Okay. Now we have the G sharp, and it produces a nice minor 7 chord. If I play a G sharp minor, just a minor, that's a regular G sharp minor, right? G sharp minor. If I add G sharp and I add the -7 to it, it gives a flavor. It produces a nice tone. G sharp, then we move from, so we're coming from E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And the A is a regular A. But I don't want to have this A here. It's too normal, it's too natural. So I add a major 7 to that A, which would be a semitone lower from the root, a semitone lower from the root, which is semitone down, which is the G sharp. Okay, and I have this A here. Okay. Now, when the song reaches here, so the timing is 1, 2, 3. The last part of it. Then, okay, what happened where I made that change? Then, right, I have the B chord here. Back to the A. Right. We have chords like minor chords, major. We have 13, sharp 11, sharp 9 for 5, and you name it. They are chords. But the important thing is you don't just use chords, it's where you use it in a particular song. Okay? All right, so I can play the track for you one more time, and I will hope you get an understanding of what I'm doing here. Okay. Okay, I have a flute on the other keyboard here. Okay, just loud enough. All right, let's try that one more time. Okay, let me turn it on. Sorry. All right, so I'll spell out the chords for you. So A with the B, A flat, the major 7, A again, with a B, back to the A flat, add a passing chord there. This is a B flat, now C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Right. Good. I was going to use a flute here to do something, but maybe later on. So yes, Brother Chris, those are some basic chords produces beautiful sounds. Depends on the inversion, it depends on what you're feeling. And of course, it's important that we listen to music. We have a wide understanding. So we listen wide. We don't just narrow ourselves to shout music. We don't just narrow ourselves to reggae. Okay. first, how I approach music. If I hear something nice, it's going to wow me, right? That's the first thing. Let it wow me. That's what music does. It of course captures my attention, right? I'll listen it again and again for the enjoyment. I will listen for a particular key, the key that is in, right? I don't think I have perfect pitch, but at times I will hear the key and I touch on the note and it is there. Sometimes it's off, but it's close. And of course, like the third or fourth time I approach the song, what I do is listen the song. Of course, the bass will direct you in terms of the chord. Now, the bass can determine the chord. If the bass is not there, it's just a regular chord. But like for instance, as I said, G sharp chord with the right hand and the F bass on the left hand. But without the F bass, G sharp is just a natural beat, G sharp. If I add the F bass, now it becomes an F minor 7. Right? As I spell it out, F, A flat, C, and E. Okay? Right. So pretty much that's how I approach it. And any song I decide to learn, I just go ahead and approach it. I love to learn the song and play it as exact, and then I can add my own flavor to it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope that you learned something.